YB stays on your neck.
You worried about that if the fight takes place in the UK?
Somewhat, but it's not going to be over there, so...
He's never tested.
Yeah.
Do you think that Joshua trying to take the fight to the UK, he's trying to get any sort of advantage over you?
No, the fight's not going to be over there,
Yo, my dons, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and obviously hit the bell for notifications. So we just heard there from Andy, Majin Buu, Ruiz, my speed, my movement, my combination. Yeah, listen, this guy, Ruiz is certified gassed, and I really hope going forward that this fight is in the UK, because I swear to God, I'm gonna do so many compilations. This is how, let me tell you how the compilations are gonna go. You'll hear Ruiz's voice, it's not gonna be in the UK, and then you'll hear that shock noise, whoom, and it'll be bang, AJ vs Ruiz 2 in the UK, and Ruiz's little face, not gonna be in the UK. It's gonna be where you're told it's gonna be, and I've got to be honest, to an extent. I'm not getting irritated, but AJ and Hearn keep saying, oh, well, we've got to be, we want to make this happen for neutralness. F the neutralness. Tell this Don it's in the UK and get this on. Now, I'm not sure whether we know Hearn, the king of business, the king of fight promotion, the slayer of Don King. Everyone put Don King on a pedestal. No one knew where the next Don King was coming from. Eddie Hearn came along and completely revolutionised the game. What many people forget, people put Don King on a pedestal, but in reality, Don King was mugging fighters off left, right and centre. Eddie Hearn's a new improved. Fighters own their own shows. Eddie Hearn works for the fighters, but has his own promotional brand in that sense. Madness. Taking it to whole new levels. Growing the game globally. At 35 years old, he's now conquered 2 countries. The US conquered. UK conquered. Don King never conquered the UK. Don King barely conquered the US. Eddie Hearn barely 40. And he's done 2 already. Certified. And I'm hearing from good sources, funnily enough actually, the YB actually broke this. Factually. No one was talking about it being in Saudi Arabia or Dubai before the YB broke it. Exclusively. Certified facts. Yeah? This fight is looking like it's going to be in some exotic place there. Not Mexico. Dubai or Saudi Arabia. It's going to be one of them UAE dons, I'm telling you now. I've heard the footage is out there. AJ got caught slipping by the YB. AJ got caught slipping with one of his cryptic videos and he got exposed. But anyway, back to this goon, Majin Buu. Majin Buu, if you carry on, you're going to talk yourself into a very small and tight hole. And I'll tell you the reason I say that is this. Listen, what this man forgets is, after all the hype, all of this back and forth with, I'm not going to the UK, all that back and forth, that's all fun and games, but what you got to realise is, Majin Buu, you've actually got to fight. And that's what I think that Gaiman and Ruiz are actually getting caught up in at the moment. They actually think that the fight is about the location, and they're spending all this time. You'll notice in AJ's recent video, he actually told everyone. He said, "Listen, I'm leaving. I couldn't care less where the location is. I'm an on-site Donny." Meaning, anywhere, anyhow, anytime, you get to work. Now, I'm sure there's some AJ haters out there who say, where was the work on June 1st? You need $50 million. That's what they'll be saying, but don't worry, all I'm saying is this year, when it happens in December, and Ruiz gets brought down, make sure you certain dons, you flip-flopper dons, don't come back to this channel, because you'll be getting exposed. And I know the few man there still. I know, I've seen you man there. Who quickly turn into Ruiz fans. And don't worry, all the comments are safe. So all you dons who are saying, YB, give Ruiz credit, make sure you come with the same energy. Make sure you sit there and you back when your dude's laying there flat on his back with his legs in the air, yeah, looking like, what's his name? Who was that last don who had his legs in the air? What's his name? Oh, Tony Bell, yeah. When Ruiz is flat on his back like Tony Bell and Bellew went out with his legs in the air like a cheap hooker, don't be crawling back. But oh yeah, AJ, because you know the king never left. This here was a promotional project. Don't get twisted. AJ lost for promotional purposes. Cash money talks at the end of the day. This fight is now 3 times bigger than it ever would have been if he'd have beat Ruiz. Who would he have fought next? Who? Dillian White? No one wants to see that, really. Who else would he have fought? No one. This was a promotional business only. And when AJ goes in there and steamrolls this dude, they'll all know what time it is. But anyway, as I was saying, AJ, quite rightly so, told everyone yesterday, I'm not interested in this location business. I've left that to the businessman. I'm concentrating on getting on it. You don't see Ruiz saying that. Ruiz is literally in the thick of it. Ruiz is there fighting day to day, on the phone with Gaiman, going through all the records. Even in his TMZ video, you see him. He's out eating sushi. He's out having a whale of a time. He doesn't realise he doesn't realise that he was part of, not a setup, but he was part of a commercial promotion. Yeah? No one knew Ruiz. Still, barely anyone knows him. AJ and Hearn and Matchroom and Sky and DAZN, they were in a bit of a, not a hole, but they were sitting there thinking, you know what? Wilder ain't going to fight us until he's 39 years old. That's 5 years away. Fury ain't going to fight us till he's 40 years old. That's 10 years away. So how are we going to create the type of business we need to create? Because we've got a plan. You've heard it before. AJ's told you before. He's looking to be a $1 billion man. Now at that point, I'm not sure. My sources haven't informed me which part of the team it was, but at that point, someone said to AJ, "I got an idea. Whoever you lose to, will create two massive fights, two truly huge fights. This Ruiz fight is now as big as a Wilder fight or a Fury fight, and there's 2 of them. The Ruiz rematch, a third fight will be massive as well because it will be the jawbreaker." There was no other way to create, because remember, AJ was trying to sit down with Fury and Wilder. They didn't want no parts of it. So at that point, they knew we have to do something else. We have to look down a different path. And at that point, the person said to AJ, "What do you value more? Your unbeaten record or becoming a billionaire?" What does a record matter? If anything in boxing, actually, funnily enough, what matters more is not who you lose to or how you lose. It's more about how you come back. Look, Lennox Lewis lost to 2 people who weren't all-time greats, but the fact he came back and wiped the floor with them, that's what made him great, isn't it? So in that respect, AJ losing it's a winning all over, because he loses, and in all this time after the loss against Ruiz, everyone suddenly built Ruiz up to literally being the Mexican Mike Tyson. No joke. The way they built him up. Oh, he's so much power. Oh, he's so much speed. Oh, so much. My speed, my movement, my combination. You've heard it all, time and time again. People coming in my comment section saying, "Oh, YB, you need to give Ruiz credit. Yeah. You need to give him credit. He's the next Mexican Mike Tyson, yeah." All this business. They're building it up. So this rematch is going to be huge. And after it, when AJ mops the floor with this dude twice, he'll be sitting there, $200 million richer, having literally created $200 million out of thin air, out of a Ruiz. And after the next 2 losses Ruiz has, he'll go back to wherever he was. He'll go back to begging Bob Arum to be let out of his contract again. And Al Gaiman will be sitting there scratching his head, thinking, "Oh my gosh, what a whirlwind. What has just happened here?" And at that point, the YB will make a video saying, "You've just been unhearned." That's what will happen to Gaiman. You've been unhearned. And that's what they're doing now. Ruiz, all this Ruiz business, and I don't want to go here, I don't want to go there. I've heard from good sources that apparently Al Gaiman and Ruiz have got earshot of this big plan. And they've realised, this was too easy to be true. This was too good to be true. And that's why they're kicking up a fuss about, "Oh, we don't want to go here, we don't want to go there." Because they know that's all they can rely on. All they can rely on is cheap, "We don't want to do this, we don't want to do that." And try and get in the way of the contract. Because in reality, these guys ain't stupid. They know if they sign a contract, they know what they are and what they are not liable to do. But they'd rather go into court than fight in the UK for someone. Do you think that's weird? I think it's weird. Why would you not fight in the UK? Especially after he fought in New York anyway. And that's meant to be your homeland, is it not? New York. So if you fight in New York once, Go to the UK and it should be, and this is what, no one's actually been able to answer this. People say, oh yeah, YB's having a laugh and YB doesn't have sources and that, but no one's actually been able to explain to me. We all appreciate how easy Ruiz won. So if he won that easily, why would he have a problem with where the rematch is? It's just a ring. And they all say, oh well, it's because the UK's a setup. But why do you need a referee for? I thought surely you should be confident you can knock him out again, or are you not confident? Or are you not sure? This guy ain't sure, he's not about it. He's really not. All of this kicking up a fuss, and it's funny, the other day I exposed it myself. When Ruiz came out and started talking about, oh well, if it happens in the UK, it happens in the UK. Trying to backtrack, trying to save some face, but ultimately it's come out again. Now he's saying all the same stuff again. And the minute you see a man flip-flopping, originally, I'm pretty sure he said it don't matter where it is. On June 1st, I'm pretty sure, or June 1st to June 3rd, them first few days after June 1st, yeah, I'm sure Ruiz said, I'm not bothered where it is. And then he started saying, I'm not doing it. And then he said, I'm happy he goes to the UK. And now again, he's back saying, oh, come to Tijuana and come to Mexico. This man's all over the place. He don't know what he wants. In fact, no, I'll tell a lie. He does know what he wants. What Ruiz wants is having absolutely nothing to do with AJ. But unfortunately, you're next on the meat chopping line, Ruiz. Yeah? You've been built into $100 million honeypot for AJ out of nowhere. And we've got to respect Hearn, to be honest, because how they've pulled this one off is a great move. Unparalleled, because as I mentioned, once Ruiz has been laid flat, no one's going to think about the loss.